So now another interesting day to talk about very exciting political scenario or political space for Nigeria because the news that will concern politics in Nigeria in a day not very smart the way they happen for inside this country. So make I even gist on one of the gist I could talk. Make I just give you a tip of the iceberg. So the handlers or media handlers of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu put up an advert for inside. I think that's a promo for midterm documentary or something like that, or midterm scorecard of President Tinubu. We're supposed to go on for Rice Television, and guess what? Our president was the star in it. So they can't make the thing can't look like say the president now be the pilot of the ship. And the ship carry 250 million people, and then some kind big sharks them like other things like insecurity. Those sharks them now they cause turbulence on the water, but now only among all the pilots them, all the everybody. Not only our president, now if he handle them, guess what? Nigerians don't react about that. And I'm gonna let you in on that. Oh, by the way, in case you're praising the launch of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, the 30-kilometer one, let me let you in because people there we don't waka go there, go measure up. They say no, we run a fake launch because the measurement waiting then walk not even reach 30 kilometers. And moreover, then walk small, then jump. Then walk another one, then jump. Meanwhile, in all of this, APC government don't talk, say, nah, President Tinubu will be the best thing what happened to Nigeria. As a matter of fact, no president for inside this country don't ever reach the level where President Tinubu reach. None of them don't fit do what President Tinubu do in 2 years in office. I see the man too much. Well, let me let you in another gist. Don't Jare, my people. Welcome to the show. My name is Precious Enyi. Welcome to Updated Precious. Now, here they give on an update of things that they happen for inside the country. Not be say my belly they sweet me today, but now always the way they be now, on to say a high energy to bring on a matter them where they happen for our country. So some of the story that we're gonna bring you today, make I begin give you the headline, the one by follow. Natasha don't wash her hand, come up for inside Professor Mbeke audio, like Pontius Pilate. Say her hand no day inside though. She say Natasha disowns viral audio, denouncing voice cloning, cyber impersonation. Say Professor Mbeke clone her voice and say na cyber impersonation na she do. Say that one no be her at all. No be where she did, where she talk am. Okay, we'll go look into that matter when the time come. Meanwhile, as it get to do with shadow government, DSS don't go to court, tell court, say, I beg, excuse me, court, help me bar Professor Pat Utomi from holding anything where resemble rally or shadow government or anything where they like anti-Tinubu, anything concerning that, I beg, mukana bar Pat Utomi. People can say, excuse me, why are you afraid? I thought President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best thing that has happened to Nigeria. Why are you afraid of criticism or perhaps person telling them anything? What did they do? Okay, we'll also look into that matter when the time come. Rights group don't condemn shooting of protesters by army for inside Abraka. They demand for answer because they go shoot protesters for Abraka for Edo State. They don't say, why not go shoot them? People when they do their peaceful protest, not gonna come tell us. And as I talk to you right now, our former President Olusegun Obasanjo don't talk, say, make him even tell Nigerians the truth. Say, some of the things will cause Nigerian civil war to hold on. Say, lie, GPT, follow for waiting, make Nigerian civil war hold. Say, falsehood played significant role for in Nigeria civil war. That's what Obasanjo talk. Say, lie, people will carry bad rumor, lying news. Now part of waiting cause Nigerian civil war. Okay, this one a very bombastic, eye-opening matter. But Michael just enter inside other matter then very, 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 very sharply on to say time no day. INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu Tinubu they block opposition from registering new party. Now mention I don't blow that whistle. See, can you imagine? They not even obey rule of law because INEC chairman no feel let anybody register party. No matter how he be say you use meet the criteria. INEC Mahmood Yakubu no agree people to register party. Why in the fear? Meanwhile, him and in I go call and Godson now because as say Sim Wike na Sim Oga. I don't know the one I go call Wike and Amaechi now because Amaechi don't tell and say Amaechi don't talk for inside the interview. Say, I don't engage in childish insults. I'm not the fit put man for those kind of things. That's how Amaechi fire at Wike. Meanwhile, I come talk say, but whether you like him or not, I'll be your boss because I employ you for work. The boss is too much. But we'll move straight to Oga Tinubu and I tell you that Tinubu better than Jonathan, better than Buhari, better than Yaradua, better than Obasanjo, better than any democratic government Nigeria don't ever get. Now, so APC don't talk. Okay. Meanwhile, opposition don't map out strategy on how they go fit use commotible for inside office. We go let you know that as it get to do with the coalition. That one still day grand. But as they look into that matter now, make we enter inside River State as Rivers administrator don't appoint 11 new permanent secretaries. That one save day grand. We go talk about fear in Kano as polluted air causes viral disease. That one said they'll go talk. Then eyewitness then go visit the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway to at least measure the 30-kilometer way government said they do. Maka the purpose of accountability to be sure that government is doing what they say they're doing, right? But by the time they reach there, it can't be like saying that the more you look, the less you see, because the government is not doing up to it and they say they do. People come, they say, what's going on here, government? Excuse me, government, what's going on here? Well, all of this and more to read now go bring come on at the month. Welcome to the show. So let's get started very, 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 very quickly for inside the show. So we'll start with waiting get to do with Natasha Patomi don't matter. As yesterday, first of all, Natasha been no show for God's sake of say the strike where say judicial workers then been delay her matter small, so she be no fit come for court. But Senator Natasha don't where they represent Kogi Central for inside National Assembly, don't strongly comot her body herself from the viral audio recording where be say Professor Ngweke circulate round, where falsely attribute statements to her regarding key national figures. In fact, in a statement where he said the issue yesterday, Tuesday, June 4, 2025, Senator Akpoti Uduaghan described the content of the audio as entirely fabricated, noting that the voice in the recording was not hers, but a cloned version generated to misinterpret her views and sow discord. Now, my attention has been drawn to a video currently trending online, purporting to feature me in a conversation with a journalist. Now, so she talk. I categorically, I don't tell myself now, say, and make I tell everybody for the world, say, and unequivocally disassociate myself from the said video and audio recording. At no time did I grant such an interview or engage in such conversation. So the voice is not mine. It has clearly been cloned with malicious intent. According to the senator, this is not the first time her identity has been misused through digital manipulation. She referenced previous incidents involving doctored audio clips that falsely portrayed her in conversation that with various public figures. Now, she now quotes say, this is part of a very disturbing pattern. There have been similar recordings in the past, none of which were authentic. She further alleged that unknown individuals may have accessed her communications to place fraudulent calls to prominent personalities using voice cloning technology. Now, those who were reportedly contacted included Honorable Emmanuel Ekon, Dr. Tunji Alausa, Chief Allen Onyema, and Uju Kennedy Ohaneye. She claimed that she had no involvement in the call. So her name, her hand, her body, her soul, no day inside. Now, Senator Akpoti Uduaghan also described the trend as both criminal and dangerous, stressing that the broader implication for privacy, public safety, and democratic discord, now waiting this thing will cause. Now, this is an orchestrated attempt to manipulate public perception and silence legitimate voices in our democracy. It is not just mischievous, it is a serious threat to national cohesion and security. People come the one that say no vex. So how can I no vex? Who be these people with a get mind like this to they go forge things wey concern Natasha? And why it be say matter wey concern her just dey like this? So it be say they like say some people they bent to prove her wrong, say what she talk or her accusation are wrong. Why? Why are they like that? She even talks, say, I remain firmly committed to truth, justice, and responsible democratic engagement. I urge Nigerians to be vigilant and resist the spread of disinformation, especially as technology continues to evolve. That's what she talked. And people just they wonder, say, what is going on? Pico Kwame, what is going on? Why it be say they just did very particular to make sure, say, they tarnish her image or perhaps make her look like say she true they lie. That's not a question where a lot of people they ask. But make we leave that matter because it also when they come to the gist of the matter, I tell you, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu put up adverts for Inside the Rise television. The adverts show our president as the pirate of the not pirate of the Caribbean, pirate of Nigeria. Sorry. pilot with the pirate our oh jeez, forgive me. Pilot with the pilot our ship for inside Nigeria. As a pilot the ship of 250 million people on board. Nigerians know they give and gbas inside that matter. But I'm gonna let you in on that. But let's just go straight to other issues. So as we get to do with Pat Utomi, yeah, the state security services don't file a fresh publication against Pat Utomi today, Wednesday, for inside the Federal High Court, Abuja Division, over the alleged plans to hold rallies related to the subject of suit pending against him. Now they say Pat Utomi the plan to host rally as e be say Nigerian government through the DSS tell and say make e come go court, stop everything we get to do with shadow government. So as DSS swam to court, make it come stop everything we get to do with shadow government. Nine Pat Utomi come talk say nine DSS come they go tell court say excuse me, I bet not gonna stop Pat Utomi from protesting, holding any rally or anything we go make us to we go stop us from stopping him from you doing shadow government. I'm coming to this conversation. Remember, say they saw that President Tinubu that the best thing will not happen to Nigeria, right? So if you're the best thing that's happened to Nigeria, why are you afraid of people protesting? No shadow government. At least if they the thing will touch me well, got more talk today. He talk say I gonna let you in when I before I reach there, they come because he talk something say all the people where they criticize the government, none of them don't bring any tangible solution. They don't even bring tangible solution. So if they don't bring tangible solution, why then shut up? Why did they talk? Shadow government now want to they give you tangible solution now. They go form the minister of education. If minister no do well for that side, they go tell and say this now what he's supposed to do well. If minister for health no do well, they go say this now what he's supposed to do well. If the president no do well, they go say president this now what he's supposed to do well. So why that one come the fear now? Why DSS come they won't stop the thing? On a Wednesday opposition, they bring tangible solution. Why on a one can't stop the solution where be say opposition won't bring? I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on here. Mbako Yarisek. What's going on here? Okay, so then the DSS, in an application filed through its lawyer, Akinlolu Kehinde, before Justice James Omotosho, requested that the court restrain Mr. Utomi and his associates from making further public comments or engaging in rallies in relation to planned shadow government formation. That is, excuse me, Justice Omotosho, sir, your worship. Please make sure that you stop Oga Pat Utomi from saying anything concerning shadow government. Make in fact that make it not enter in mouth. Anything concerning shadow government, we no one year I talk about them again at all at all. Anything we concern rally or to even make comments concerning shadow government, we don't want to hear him say those things again. Please, this now our prayer. Now the SSS had also the SSS had earlier dragged Mr. Utomi, the 2007 presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, before the court over his alleged plan to establish a shadow government in Nigeria. And Sabi don't bring the DG of the big tent, where be the people where they planned that shadow government, to come here and explain to us what the shadow government mean. And by the explanation where he give to us, the shadow government supposed to be a fantastic idea where he be say, then go the touchlight within government they do. If government they do something as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu do this one, they say go come talk say no, this one where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now like this if for do am as president. If finance minister do this one, they go say no, finance minister for do like this. Not be say they go say no, then their own shadow finance minister will come do the right thing or the thing where they think, where they suggest will be the right thing. So I don't understand how that's a bad idea anyway. But then SSS or DSS as they call them, they don't they protest for the matter. Say they no one make part to them even. I mean, not mention anything against shadow government again. Now the SSN had earlier, as I tell you now, carry and go court about the thing to stop them from everything shadow government. The suits they court, as I tell you now, the case they before court, as I talk to you right now, they pray the court to declare the move an attack on the constitution, and the judge don't fix June 25 for the hearing. So say DSS they ask court to make sure say make them tell court say make court stop everything shadow government make them declare them a move against government or an attack against the constitution of Nigeria. Meanwhile, the fresh motion where they filed today before the judge was in response to reports that Mr. Otomi reportedly abroad had planned to engage in protests, road shows, media interviews, and related activities upon his return to the country on June 6th. Say Pat Utomi they come back June 6th. So say as in they come back June 6th, say in plan to hold protests, in plan to do things, in plan to hold road shows. So say now waiting make DSS go court to collect injunction to stop her from doing any road show, anything. Make you not make noise, make you not even talk anything. Perhaps if to say Pat Utomi won't go do road show to teach people about shadow government, DSS don't go court. Say no. We don't want you to say anything. Just do your deed. Maintain where you did. That's it. Now, in the application filed today, Wednesday, the DSS sought the relief. The SSS prayed for an order of interlocutory injunction restraining the defendant, respondent, Mr. Utomi, and his agents from staging roadshows, rallies, public lectures, or any form of public gathering, as well as from publishing in newspaper, producing television programs, creating jingles, or engaging in any form, in any public enlightenment program. I beg no vex so. Some people don't they ask question whether a democracy will still be like this because what will be the problem of DSS with Pat Utomi trying to enlighten people on shadow government if that's the thing anyway? Well, I don't know. I'm sure the DSS knows best. So the DSS in its ground of application argued that if not restrained, Mr. Utomi's proposed rallies, roadshows, and actions will constitute a serious threat to the public order, safety, and national unity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You remember when Ibisi, the DJ of Big Tent, come here, talk to us about the fact, say they won't host a 7.2 million man march. Come talk, say if the 7.2 million man march hold, say they go get Nigerians from across Nigeria, gather, come do those rally, march straight to Abuja. Could they be this kind of thing now? Waiting, Nigerian government, sorry, the DSS, they try stop. Could it be that? I don't know, but make we just hold them. Now, the DSS in its ground application argued that if not restrained, they said the thing will scatter Nigeria, it will cause problem. The security agency stated that it was statutory empowered to safeguard the country's internal security and prevent any threats to the country and its constituent institutions, thereby forestalling any threat to public order, safety, and national unity. In case you don't understand, they say DSS tech court say, excuse me, court, now our responsibility. The way thing you empower us to do now to make sure say we safeguard the unity of the country. That is law and order for inside the country, the internal order of the country. So now waiting will they do like this? So the secret police stated that before filing the substantive suit, Ms. Automi, a professor of political economy, had through public statements, social media, and other platforms engaged in statements and actions aimed at undermining the outcome of the case now pending before the court, which he is aware of. The DSS or SSS said it gathered through monitoring and intelligence report that Ms. Automi planned to stage roadshows and rallies under the guise of freedom of speech and association in a bid to cause public discontent in furtherance of his establishment of the purported shadow government, shadow cabinet. Hey! So you no go fit hold rally, no go fit hold anything. Now the secret police allege that Mr. Otomi's intention is to stage road shows and rallies that are capable of drawing a large number of Nigerians with intent that will cause huge disruption of peace, breakdown of public order, and enable riots and violent protests, just as the NSAS protest 2020. So say they don't want anything where resemble NSAS. Say in case I'm waiting to me the plan. DSS, court, excuse me, court. I beg stop Oga Pat Utomi from doing this. That's what they're asking for. All the planned protests, riots, and agitations that will ensue if the purported actions of the defendants respondents are not stayed may lead to mayhem with a potential of anarchy and loss of lives and property. Now, the proposed rallies, roadshows, and actions of the defendants, respondents constitute a serious threat to the public order, safety, and national unity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The SSS stated that on May 26, during the fourth edition of the Topaz Lecture, the lecture series hosted in University of Lagos, Mass Communication Class 1988 Alumni Association, Mr. Otomi made statements capable of undermining the pending suit. So because of that, they don't want to make it talk again. Unless this honorable court intervenes by granting his application, the defendant's respondent acts may foist a fight accompli on the court. That's why you use talk. So bottom line, what's in DSS the talk? And I say, I beg court, help us stop Patomi from holding anything will resemble rally, anything will resemble protest, anything will resemble carry placard, anything will resemble to enlighten people, lecture, anything will resemble anything we go make them even talk about shadow government or mention things we go enlighten people about them. We don't want say the thing go fit scatter, you go fit destroy government, or you go fit spoil things. So because of that, me part to me no talk. That's now within DSS the talk. My people, when I don't hear them, see as I dey sweat as I dey even talk about the matter because the matter said weak me when they even talk about them. Now waiting make by force heat they rush on my body because as I dey read them, I not believe it in my eye they see. It shock you, Abi? Well, that's why it shocked me rich. Make I enter inside another matter very, very sharply as we they look into the matter the way they grant. Okay, so the Initiative for Social Rights Concerns and an advancement, ICRCA, also known as No Justice, No Peace, has condemned the assault of unarmed peaceful protesters in Abraka community by Nigerian soldiers. Say why Nigerian soldier go even make sure say they even go they talk to people where be say they protest or shoot people where they protest anyhow. Say that one no good. ICRCA National Coordinator Derek Orishematusa Agbere for inside the statement ABC put out today will be Wednesday. He asked Governor Sheriff Oborevwori of Delta State to place more importance on the security and well-being of the indigenes and residents within the state to ensure the safety of lives and property instead of to they use the DSS to they use this kind of thing. To use the Nigerian army to they use this do this kind of thing. And then he also talked more. He also talked say national coordinator, yeah. So the group in a statement said the escalating insecurity challenges, which have transcended specific areas and are progressively spreading to other areas and communities across the state, necessitate prompt concern and attempt from an attention from government. Now, the kidnappings rate in Delta State has reached its peak from Asaba to Ogwashi, from Ogwashi to Ugeli, Abraka, Ozoro. Almost all communities for inside Delta State say they are affected by one bad news or the other. And say government they do anything about them. Why it be saying that people will come out, come protest peacefully, now it be say on a one can use. Because say regrettably, the existence of the Department of State Services, DSS, is for political purpose upon all the insecurities, Fulani headers Fulani headers killing going on in the state. The people of Delta State require intelligence from the security agencies rather than they flexing their muscles against concerned citizens who are speaking out against the menace. So people come out, come protest against insecurity. What you want to go feed do now to use army to use threaten them, to use army to use pursue them, to use army to use disperse them, perhaps even wound some of them along the line. Say that kind of thing. Now what you are supposed to do, I've been to make sure say una protect the lives of these people them where they protest, and then make sure say una look into waiting to make them the protest. Not be waiting una supposed to. But then make I enter inside waiting Oga Olusegun Obasanjo talk sharp sharp before enter inside the politics of the day. So Oga Olusegun Obasanjo will be the former president of Nigeria. He don't say disinformation, that is fake news, lie. Now it played very important role for inside the Nigeria Civil War, which happened between 1967 and 1970. You could wonder why Obasanjo they talk this one at this time, because now people the way we say they are at the forefront of ensuring say Nigeria win that war for 1967. Yeah. Okay, 1970. So, Mr. Obasanjo talked this one for inside the sixth edition of the annual Nigerian Civil War Symposium, where he seen at the Nigerian by the Army War College for inside Nigeria yet today, Wednesday. Now, he said the theme of the symposium, which is the role of disinformation in the Nigerian Civil War, was germane. That is very important. It is on point, especially in this era of asymmetric warfare. According to Oga Obasanjo, he said disinformation, propaganda, psychological warfare, that is to change people's mind, turn people's mind, turn people's mind, turn people's mind. And false narrative, that is to change. You know, say this one are true, but you can't change that to make them lie. Say all of them are the means through which a weaker force attempt to discredit a superior force for inside asymmetric wars. He said this information played a significant role in the Nigerian Civil War, exacerbating tensions, that is, can't create tension, can't they make tension they fly, influencing public opinions. The same strategy is currently being employed by the insurgents in the northeast and other violent groups in the other parts of Nigeria. Say this same disinformation strategy. Now, waiting bandits and don't they use now for northeast to and other parts of Nigeria. In line with the theme, the symposium will therefore highlight the importance of media and information operation in conflict resolution and national building. Now, the president emphasized the need for Nigeria to be deliberate and diligent in the study of history, particularly military history, to bring out and apply valuable lessons. It good make on learn history, military officers. It good make una learn history so that I go learn things wey happen in the past. E.g., for example, this Nigerian Civil War na, so that I go feel learn from there. Mr. Obasanjo also commends the people that will be say host the gathering. In fact, he say this in fact, he talk a lot of things. Make I just end that there. Make it not be like say I just the young plenty for inside this matter. You don't hear waiting Oga Obasanjo talk as he get to do with the Civil War. But make we just move straight to other issues very quickly. This time around, now as he gets to do with politics. First of all, you know, I tell on I say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Saturday launched the 30-kilometer of the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. My brethren in the Lord, I am here to tell you that according to research, where say people make koro with their two eyes, the measurement of the completed part of the road no reach 30 kilometers. That's one. And then they do the thing half and half and half. That's two. And three, I can't tell you, say Nigerians, they para for inside one promo where it be say, or adverts where it be say, the handlers or the media people of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu put up for inside Arise Television, showing Oga Presido as the pilot of Nigeria and how the Oga pilot of Nigeria and how he used the sail the sea, I mean the ship where he basically carry 250 million Nigerians. Even though say some sharks them the cost of land for inside water, sharks of insecurity, sharks of inflation, sharks of everything. The only thing we miss for inside the shark na corruption. It be like say we need to follow fight corruption for inside this country. And they come, I go tell you also waiting people react for inside that conversation. But let's just go and face the crux of this matter, how it takes start. Because this matter starts yesterday evening when Ibi say Governor Chibika Amaechi hold an interview with Arise Television. So um, the governor of Rivers State, or the former governor of Rivers State, Governor Rotimi Chibika Amaechi, gets an interview for Inside Prime show. Rotimi Chibika Amaechi gets an interview for Inside Prime show for Arise Television yesterday with Charles Anyagolo. For inside the show, we be say get interview. It gets a lot of things. We be say it talk. First of all, clear the air about the fact say some people they talk saying that they make him governor. Perhaps if they talk about Wike, where they say, oh, you ran away to Ghana, and then a Wike I help you stand strong. We come make you become governor. And he can't clarify that point. He said, no, nobody make a governor. The only person who give an the opportunity in God, and then Peter Obi and his wife. So say no matter what Peter Obi and his wife do, say they go don't do things where they pain and well, if make them use turn back on them or talk bad on them. But say because saying they try to remember, say these people, God used them to use promote me. Say because of that, you know, go fit talk bad against them. I do a detailed video on that. It did my video recording. If you go watch them later, but make I just give an extra because now this interview now I bring waiting on more cat talk where they cause for hala like this, and then from there go from sail this ship where be say we won't say like this they go. So as in talk for inside the interview, he said quite a lot of things in the interview. He talked about he cleared that contact say well for unlike Wike when they agree say anybody help him. Say because Wike now he make himself local government chairman. Wike now make himself what did they call him? Chief of staff when be to Amaechi then. Wike now make himself minister. Wike now make himself governor. So nobody help him because he doesn't acknowledge anybody for helping him. Say they make him look like saying hard work. Now make him all these things. Then he lambast because in fact say you know one put smart for small children talk. Say all these things that small children talk. Say make him may they just go straight ask him about him birthday. You know one talk small children talk at all at all. Then he also mentioned one critical thing in terms of the coalition. He talk say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they used the apparatus of government to undo the opposition. Say because if to say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu na good luck Jonathan for 2015, say there is no way APC for win election. Guess what? Then talk say Mahmoud Yakubu say he no agree register political parties. Now make you talk about not be me because I go show you evidence. He said Mahmoud Yakubu no agree register political parties. Say no matter how you clear, get all your facts right, get all your documentation. Say Mahmoud Yakubu no agree register you. Say Mahmoud Yakubu don't that is INEC don't already take sides even when election never hold. So now waiting make you know go fit get free and fair election for 2027. So how it be say oppositions them go fit use work when it be say they no agree them to register political party. And say this one they clearly against the law because say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu no they even maintain the law. The law when they talk about, you know they even uphold them. Why in no go green? Why in go be an instrument to use Mahmoud Yakubu not to register political parties? He talk a lot of things. Say even say it's shame that they catch some people. Say shame supposed to catch them because of say you supposed to do things to protect your personal integrity in case you come up for office tomorrow. Waiting people go talk about you. Waiting people go talk about you. If to say now you be Jega for that 2015, waiting you for fit do. When it be say everybody don't talk, say make Jonathan go at that time. Even though say some people don't talk, say make Jonathan go. But according to them, they say that the majority, I say they want Jonathan out. He did say quite a lot, but I will go play what's in talk. And from there, now I touch on the incompetence of this government. Income talk, say for instance, say instead of building about 33 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar coastal highway, why not repair the east-west road wey still lead to the same Calabar? For years, the east-west road dey bad. Why not repair the east-west road wey already dey? Instead of you to go enter this white elephant project of Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. And who be the people where you give this contract? Who collect the money? What's in your relationship with the people where you give the contract? All these things. Now, waiting week Amaechi be try to explain. So you go watch the full video for inside my video session when you finish. Well, now make a play excerpt of waiting in talk. And at this one, now I trigger the spokesperson of the APC, Oga Felix Morka, as he be say, answer him this morning. As Amaechi appear for Arise in the evening, him appear for Arise in the morning. Answer him back.
The current chairman of INEC, if he was the chairman of INEC in 2015, would not have won.
That's an important point.
May God bless Jega.
It's a very interesting
because
point.
The ground rules were clear. The current chairman of INEC can only be compared to you. When we are to register APC, Jega opened the door, and once we comply with the registration requirement, he got APC registered. The current man, if like comply with all this, he will not register you. Already INEC is biased, working by the grace of God, by the grace of Dr. Peter Obi too, and the people of Nigeria, Rivers State. And if you don't care about their name, they don't care about their character. I wonder whether they don't think their children should be ashamed of themselves. I don't want to join issues with children. He made himself chief of staff, he made himself governor, he made himself minister, he made himself local government. Thank God. Then I thank Dr. Peter Obi for the role he played in my life, him and his wife, and I continue to say to people and to my wife and my children that I will never go against them, no matter what they do to me. Have they done a lot to me? They have done so many things that you will want to scream, but then you have to hold back yourself and say to yourself, God used this man. Dr. Obi and his wife, if they had said no, if he wasn't there, right, God used him. So you must respect God by respecting Nigeria as a country. Today, we can't have electoral reform. In a country like Nigeria, there's a state capture using the electoral institution as a machine. Because where there is no electoral reform, then it has to be a man of conscience. Already he's stopping parties from being registered. So already INEC has taken sides. The most important thing is that the Electoral Act allows you to register a political party. Right. Just because one man... What's funny about the current government is that they don't even obey laws. They don't obey the constitution.
So are they stopping you from registering the party?
Of course, they're not allowing the opposition to register political parties. As they are stealing money, they don't know that the more they stole the money from the people, the more they impoverish the people. That's when they're weaponizing poverty. I didn't like the way the Igbos were being treated at a particular point in time. In protest against that treatment against the Igbos, I began to wear, what's it called? The tiger hair.
Traditional
clothes with the red cap. In protest, asking Nigeria to address their problem. Again, I made it public that I'm an Igbo man. In protest.
Okay, so you don't hear waiting Oga Chibike Amaechi talk for inside this interview. Make we can inside waiting Oga Moka answer him this morning. Because Oga Moka answer and give him. Remember say this Oga Wike response, this Oga Amaechi response, a lot of things lead to him from the outburst of a backlash where be say people give concerning in birthday celebration and the topic where they use, where they say now weaponizing poverty to, a lot of things now lead to this interview where be say he gets. But then Oga Moka can answer and will be the spokesperson of the APC. Make we go here within the spokesperson of the APC talk in reaction to this thing when he talk. And then, remember, I tell you, he touched on a lot of things as I tell you, because I know I capture everything we talk here, all of them, because interview in about 30 minutes. So the detail there for inside the video. But inside some of the things we capture, it capture, for instance, the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway. It talk about, say, why not repair existing roads that made in day very good and standard? And why not also push money for inside the economy, make things they good? Then he also said something about, okay, the money they say they come up for subsidy. What thing that they use the money do? Because at some point we're paying almost 8 trillion naira for subsidy. If 8 trillion naira enter inside the economy of Nigeria now, we'll go know what we use the 8 trillion naira do. But then here waiting Oga Moka talk, make we know whether in enter Amaechi well, I've been not enter and what they will go waiting coalition talk. They will enter inside the pilot of the sorry.
Now, this president in 2 years has done more than all of the presidents before him in the direction of reordering our priorities, tackling some of the most acerbic challenges, faced by the economy of our country. He has decided that, it's not about just, looking for cheap popularity, but willing to do the tough things that may momentarily seem unpopular, but are decidedly crucial to the long-term good health of our country's economy. So all of the hue and cry by members of the opposition, whether it's Rotimi Amaechi or former Vice President Atiku Abubakar or former Kaduna Governor Malam El-Rufai, don't begin to cut it. The president is focused on dealing with matters that guarantee the long-term, health of our country. Now, you see, what is funny is that all of these voices put together don't even begin to speak to what they think this president should be doing different from what he's doing. Not one of them has come forward with any kind of, informed prescription of what the president should be doing, because they know, in their hearts, outside of just politicking, that the president is doing exactly what any right-thinking president would do. They know that. This morning, just earlier, a couple of hours ago, I had an appearance this morning at 7 a.m. on Channels TV, side by side with Mr. Yunus Atanko. Question was put to him to say, look, in all of your criticism of this president, what exactly would your principal, have done differently? He was very short in his answer. I won't go about saying what he said. But the point I'm making is that it's not enough. When I ask you, Dr. Bati, what's your name? And you tell me I'm not Felix Morka. That is not an answer to the question. Tell me your name is Dr. Bati, that we know. Telling me you're not Felix Morka is not an offer of information about who you are. Now, when these characters in the opposition decide that all they have to offer Nigerians as an alternative is to condemn, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his policies, and they think that that's sufficient to sway these nearly 300 million Nigerians who are smart and discerning, that this president has not done well, you see, I think they need to go back to the table and think more clearly. As far as we're concerned, this president, whether it's the 30-kilometer launch that you referenced, why not? When have we ever, as a country, embarked on a project that critical and that ambitious to build a coastal highway, round, through from Lagos all the way to Calabar? We haven't had that. We have had the Lagos Expressway, and we know, being just the single, artery of, road infrastructure that links, the southwest to the southeast, we know the pressure and the burden that has.
Okay, so this is not part of waiting Oga Moka talk. But before I complete that video, I beg no vex. Is it true or is it correct that nobody we don't oppose this government don't ever come out with the true facts or with at least something to talk, say, okay, if we do this one better like this? Because I know, say, I don't remember some people will be say they don't talk, and they don't also show, say, this is an example of waiting government for fit do right. But waiting this Oga they talk now, another thing entirely on waiting, they happen. I don't understand them well again, no. Abi, is it true? Is it correct that truly nobody we don't criticize this government, don't criticize with evidence on waiting the government fee do right? I really would like get your point clear. I beg, no vex say it's like that, because I really won't understand. Is it true that everybody that has criticized this government don't criticize them without results of waiting the government for fit to do
pressure on the burden that has
correct?
imposed on transportation of goods and services? We have a president that is saying, look, time has come to do something drastically different, to set Nigeria straight and position this country for growth and sustainable progress. By embarking on that, even if it's 1 kilometer that was launched, it is, again, an acknowledgement of progress. And there's nothing wrong, Dr. Bati, with acknowledging progress. Nobody is saying that the 700-kilometer road has been fully built. 30 kilometers is a step along that way. And, inch by inch, kilometer by kilometer, with time, one day, you and I, hopefully, I look forward to a day when we both go to some of those, beautiful carnivals in Calabar, and you and I, Dr. Abati, will be in a vehicle cruising down on that road. Beyond politics and beyond this whole, drama of the opposition, we must, again, celebrate some of this milestones.
Okay, so it talks say beyond all the politics and drama, we must make sure say we be patriotic and like our country. Make it not be like say we wish our country back. Now going to the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, you don't remember say then talk say they don't finish the first 30 kilometer of the road, and from waiting then talk then say I think from VI to Eleko or thereabouts now it be say they don't do and that, and then somebody will be say social media influencer, he come waka himself go see the part of the road in way be say you don't do. I beg, I won't make you watch am very keenly, make you hear waiting in talk based on your own eyewitness experience on how in you see the part of the road where be say government don't do, and the way be say they use do the road, because it is good make it be say with the whole government accountable for their word. Remember, say when they do that launch on Saturday. In fact, I'm not even telling myself, Oga Wole Soyinka been leave Amaechi birthday straight to that launch that Saturday. At the end of the day, all of them are inside one tent. I mean, now for venue, now they do the launch. People been expect say they for day the road or drive on a car, ride on a convoy through the stretch of the road, decide them what they don't do, but not be waiting happen. So make we go listen to this young man. I will get his name right again and let you know exactly know waiting be the true condition of the road and way be say they talk about say government don't do. We make can be the best government.
You also the video of the commissioning. They said 30 kilometers. First of all, I expected that the president will be on the road alongside the minister. To be driving along the kilometer stretch, they said they have completed. At least to give people confidence. But instead, what I saw was that they all boxed themselves in a conference room and they were impressing themselves by showing drone footage of whatever they said they have done at the projector screen. But I am here on the road now, 3rd of June, 5 days after that ceremony. I am here to show you that the 30 kilometers they claim that they have done.
The highway already has 30 kilometers completed. Nearly 20 kilometers from Victoria Island eastward towards Lekki Corridor, and nearly 10 kilometers from Eleko heading westward.
20 kilometers they said from VI to Eleko Corridor. The remaining 10 kilometers they said from Eleko inward. Gentlemen and ladies, I am at chainage 41.230 kilometers. And Eleko Junction is chainage 47.5. If you do the subtraction, apart from my odometer showing 6 kilometers and a little above it, because I drove in through the community road, this chainage is showing at this point where I am standing, chainage 41.230. If you do the maths, what you have is 6.2 something kilometers. That simply means that the claim that they have completed 10 kilometers from Eleko into this place is not true. Today is 3rd of June. You can come in tomorrow, 4th of June, come and do your own. And by the way, did they just do the commissioning in order to give us that impression and everybody disappears? Because I can't even see the paver again. Have they stopped work? So in case you are thinking, oh, they have done 30 kilometers, I want to drive from VI, I want to go to Eleko. They are not together. They are disjointed like different pieces. Some kilometers there, some kilometers here. That's what they did. You are coming from Eleko, you just reach this point. Chaka, middle of nowhere. Point 2 that I expected us to be discussing is that they have said that by December, they are going to be tolling this road. And they are projecting around 3K per vehicle. We do not know for certain yet how many tolling points are going to be between VI and Eleko. If there are 2, that simply means 6,000 from VI to Eleko. And if you are going back another 6,000, that's 12,000 naira. No fuel inclusive, no other cost inclusive. And if you are a salary earner, what is minimum wage again? In a month, you would have spent how much just to go and come? Although it has its own benefit too, it would have relieved the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway of huge traffic or the volume of traffic on that route. It would have done a lot of things too. Yes, it will link eventually, if the claim is true, that they want to truly link this road to Calabar. They would have saved a lot of hours in travel time. But if speculations are right, that the only thing the federal government wanted to achieve is just to link the Eko Atlantic City with Dangote Refinery and the Lekki Free Trade Zone, as well as the Lekki Deep Sea Port, then congratulations, the federal government has succeeded, because by December, according to what I'm seeing, they are likely to complete this section of it. Then congratulations. But we are going to continue to monitor afterwards to be sure that this is actually going to reach Calabar. Another point I expected us to be discussing is what are the costs in real sense of it that this road is to Nigerians. First of all, do you know that this is not the original alignment of the road? The original alignment of the road is actually inside. You can see the forest. Yes, the original alignment is there. So they use the original alignment to claim land inside that forest, and it is still there. And they have realigned the road to this place. Do you know how many people, estate investors, who bought land here, including homeowners, those whose retirement savings were used to buy portions of land here, that they have to move? They were swept completely off. Some of them started protesting at the time. At the point, we didn't hear from some of them again. Some of them fell sick. Some of them developed high blood pressure. Some of them, I don't even hear from them again. I don't know whether they are still alive. And for those who even got compensation, somebody told me he got 1% of the value of the property from where it was displaced. And if you recall, there's still a woman that till today, she's still protesting. That woman, for context, is the one that Minister Dave Umahi asked security to throw out from the security. Till today, I see some of her videos coming up once in a while where she's still pleading with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying, I'm a party member, I mobilize for you the diaspora, I do a lot of things, blah, blah. If somebody as strong as that in President's campaign committee suffers like that, but that notwithstanding, for those of you who have been receiving a lot of promises to say, oh, come and buy land by the coastal road. If you see anybody marketing any coastal road to you, any land along the coast, please check and recheck, because the old alignment of this coastal road that they used to claim is still there in the forest. So you have to be very sure it is not the land that the Minister Dave Umahi says he wants to sell. Actually.
The moment we finish this road, we are going to deploy it by way of tolling it, by way of making available the land, we are going to have along the corridor.
By my speculation, they are going to be selling to banks, filling stations, hotels, and other service outlets. Because of security risk along such highway, I want to hope that there will be sufficient number of police stations as well as military barracks in order to be able to give people some safety and confidence. And lastly, I want to ask, Why is it that lately all the roads that they are constructing in this country, there will be no shoulder? Like no lay-by, nowhere to park, no the vehicle. So are you simply saying that from Lagos to Calabar, somebody's road, the vehicle must not develop fault or even break down? Or you must not even slow down to say you want to receive a call? Because these are just three lanes on both sides. So I see no reason why we are not discussing all of this important, or are they not important? Because I see what we are discussing is, oh, the president should have greeted the governor. He should not have snubbed him. Oh, when these people get back into their private, they'll be laughing at what you are discussing because they have completely distracted you from all of the points I suppose. Even me, I'm not exhausted of all the important topics about this road. Though at the end of the day, it is still going to be beneficial to people because, for instance, those who have maybe 20 plots and they took 15 plots for the road, your remaining 5 plots, whatever you use it to do, will still be of value. In fact, it will have increased the value. So to an extent, you can discuss that it's going to open up this place, it's going to increase businesses, economy is going to sprout, and a lot of things are going. Yes, overall, it's a laudable project, but we have to be discussing what impact it is going to have. Was there even a proper environmental impact assessment, and where are the reports? I'm just trying to avoid the anyhowness of things in this country.
All right, so speaking about environmental impact assessment, don't forget to say now one fine girl for inside Arise Television, Arise reporter, where asked Oga Dave Umahi the time when they get town hall meeting for stakeholders meeting for inside the matter. That time we be say they do demolitions and all that. Come ask and say, excuse me, Oga, ona been do environmental impact assessment. Can we have a copy of it as reporters? Make we even know the environmental impact assessments. Now you can't talk, say, excuse me, madam, I don't understand for now. I know they understand for now. You remember that incident, right? I go play the video for you. He said, excuse me, I don't understand for now. Well, make I let this brother finish and talk. I will get to that for you. Then I enter inside the Pirates of the Caribbean, advert. So it be say will be see for inside the Arise Television.
It's going to increase businesses, economy is going to sprout, and a lot of things are going. Yes, overall, it's a laudable project, but we have to be discussing what that impact it is going to have. Was there even a proper environmental impact assessment, and where are the reports? I'm just trying to avoid the anyhowness of things in this country, but it is what it is. We all must not even stop after the commission. We must all continue to touchlight, to probe, to ask questions, to screen. Are they, for instance, right now, where are the pavers? Did they just commission and disappear? I expected that after the commissioning, they should continue. This is just 6.27 kilometers from Eleko. It's not up to the 10 kilometers they claim. And the pavers are nowhere to be found. They've disappeared. Let us focus on the real issues and discuss important subjects around every topic they throw at us. Instead of, oh, the president should have greeted the governor. He didn't greet him well. That was a snub.
All right, so make we just enter inside the matter. So you remember that young lady who I tell you, a reporter from inside Arise Television, we be say I've been asked Oga Dave Umahi that question. But before we even reach that lady on, speaking about people where be say lose their properties for inside this incident. Remember, say the time when they get stakeholders briefing, where a lot of people been complain about their property for inside that area. How it be say they don't displace. If they one woman where talk say she be widow, say her husband gets whether waiting about 11 acres. Hello, not be plots. 11 acres of land. Abi. Now, waiting I hear, maybe go here and to make you know whether my ear hear well. 11 acres. Say they don't collect all of them. She they beg government. Say make them give her at least 3. Take the rest of them. Make she see waiting to use train her children. Oga Dave Umahi, he said they no fit do anything about her. Now remember waiting the young man talk about the original plan of the coastal highway being at the other end. Yes, that one not true. But remember, say then talk, say, oh. Say because of say you get the fiber optic cables of MTN and the rest of them around that route. So say if they begin do route around that area, say you go dig up the cables them and you go destroy internet connection. So now waiting make them can reroute the thing. So if you say you been do proper environmental impact assessment, how come you don't know say that's thing the original alignment of the road for destroyed properties? I don't even understand what in the BC will be they do. But just go here for that town hall meeting when some people they
The main object is to follow the coastline as much as possible.
I said take all the estate, but give me 3 acres out of 11 acres, and they are not giving me. Madam, and that was all my husband worked for. Madam, all our estates gone. 3 estates gone because of some lawbreakers. What are your technical reasons of avoiding the gazetted route?
We can't go by the coastline for overriding public interest. We can't destroy the African, distant network. We cannot destroy the MTN, line. We have no interest.
Okay, so you don't hear them. Some people just they call this whole issue about the way the road them matter use go for inside the this incident as seen as just pure land grabbing. Because if not be land grabbing, you hear what's that young man talk according to assessment. Say people when they say they manage even pay, so within the pay them are just about 1% of the value of their land. They don't really even pay them well. Now here when that reporter be they asked Oga Dave Umahi about the environmental impact assessment.
You mentioned the ESIA is currently being carried out by.
Sister, I was raised in the village. Me, I'm not here for me.
Well.
So
sorry,
so try to speak.
I can't help the way I speak. You mentioned that the ESIA was being carried out at the moment. The EIA Act of 1992.
I need interpreter.
Well, you have enough people next to you. The EIA Act of 1992 states that an EIA must be approved by the Federal Ministry of Environment before the commencement of any project.
No,
unless an exemption
it's
has
not
been
done
given.
so. There is preliminary approval. There is final approval.
Has an exemption been given? And if so, if you have the preliminary approval...
Exemption of what?
For the project to start without the final approval. If you have the preliminary approval, can this be shared?
We are following due process.
So can we have a copy
of the preliminary approval? It is federal government that gives the approval. It's not you.
So can we have a copy of the preliminary approval?
We have the approval.
And you can make that public to the media?
Everything in order.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this one, before we hear all this matter, then what would they hear? Remember, this one, waiting lead to the destruction of landmark and all of those. But then you don't see them at the end of the day. That's why the matter can't take fallout at the end of the day. So we don't go back to that same incident again. We don't go back to that same matter again now. And of course, we don't finish 30 kilometers of the road. Now, waiting be the value of this 30 kilometers of the road we get. Remember, say, Rafael was saying of Arise Television and Oga Dave Umahi almost gets more quarter on top television when if they ask Oga Dave Umahi, waiting be the value of each kilometer per kilometer. At least this side one I don't complete. Waiting be the value of per kilometer? Just tell us, make we get idea. Okay, make we get idea of per kilometer. These are things we'll be so supposed to do. So considering waiting Oga Moka talk, say, people when they criticize the government, they need to criticize constructively, they need to come with solutions and all that, or suggestions of waiting government feel do better. Excuse me. The shadow government will be say Pat Utomi won't form. Not be because of say it won't bring possible solutions and waiting make it form the shadow government. The shadow government are just like a copy government. A government will be say they go get their different ministers and cabinet. They know the government, so they know the power. We don't explain this thing for here before when it be say the Oga DG even explain them. Okay, Oga Commissioner of Police. Now you be Commissioner of Police now for inside the shadow government. Anything what Oga Egbete could do, you do the way I talk, just right on waiting you for do differently from waiting Oga Egbete could do. So that because person way they in for power, they don't know everything. Nobody be repository of knowledge. So make it be said and they show them that way, like that, e.g., for example. But now DSS is clamping down on that shadow government. So how else do you criticize or critique constructively to let government know that what they're doing, it's not good, and this may be like the way they for doing well. If it be said that they clamp down on shadow government, what's it be the best way now where person for features criticize government? In all of this, for inside a promo and adverts where it be say, the federal government of Nigeria, I want to believe that, of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu media handlers, put up for inside Arise Television. It don't get people talking. Watch this advert very, very well. I won't play it to you. Open your eyes very well because this is a very beautiful work of art. It may be fictional, but it interprets it happen for Nigeria in the eyes of our president and his handlers. And it did very well written and articulated. In fact, they even use a twist of Oyibo voice, even voice themselves, so that the thing goes sweet. Well. I can imagine the amount of money was spent in this production because animated, they show up. So they show Oga Presido as person will be seen as the captain of the ship. We carry 250 million Nigerians. They sail us to the land of glory. And then make I show you waiting some people react. I show you so for other people react about them. I go send you, I go play their reaction. Or make I just play our pirate.
The sky torn open. And the ship was drifting without purpose or power. No map could help. But he steered anyway, straight into the storm. It takes a steady hand on the tiller to stay the course when the waves are lashing all around. And your shipmates are growing restless and hungry. The captain has landed in treacherous waters. Giant sharks are circling all around. Inflation. Subsidy. The high cost of living. Insecurity. No captain can command a sea, but he can choose where to sail, what to risk, and what to save. There's no safe harbor anymore. No going back. No lifeboats. Just 250 million passengers, hoping for renewal and a better future. Watch special reports on the first 2 years of the Tinubu presidency across the Arise News channel.
Okay, so I don't hear am, I don't see am. I mean, I need to replay. Make I rewind again. If you like, say I go rewind am again. Make I for see am again. But those people who don't understand them well. So this now like a fictional story showing how troubling Nigeria been day, and they can't use person where be say be a captain of a ship to use narrate how the captain among all captains and what they call to come take charge of this ship because the water gets turmoil, trouble day the land. And a whole 250 million people 9 days on board. As in the only person where be say go fit handle this ship with all the wahala wey dey inside the water. Now only our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And as he can show face, all the things them like inflation, like subsidy, like insecurity, everything doesn't show face as big shark. It just comot them one by one. They dodge them, they maneuver them, they dodge them, the silicon, they drive us go the land of glory. And that promo they air for Arise Television. For the purpose of those who go like understand them again, make I just air them.
The sea was snarling, the sky torn open, and the ship was drifting without purpose or power. No map could help, but he steered anyway, straight into the storm. It takes a steady hand on the tiller to stay the course when the waves are lashing all around. And your shipmates are growing restless and hungry. The captain has landed in treacherous waters. Giant sharks are circling all around. Inflation. Subsidy. The high cost of living. Insecurity. No captain can command a sea, but he can choose where to sail, what to risk, and what to save. There's no safe harbor anymore. No going back. No lifeboats. Just 250 million passengers, hoping for renewal and a better future. Watch special reports on the first 2 years of the Tinubu presidency across the Arise News channel.
Yes, so that special feature on Tinubu presidency go show for Arise News. I don't even have them advertise them. Well, you hear them, but make a quickly play with Aisha yourself will talk and reactions when Nigerians they don't react concerning the matter. I beg you go watch them because if there's something going to be my mouth go talk am. Go watch it in Aisha talk. Then maybe I go take your own reaction. Call me to tell me what you think about the matter. Make phone lines begin open immediately after this. May you tell me what you think about it.
Please, can you go back and watch it again?
Aisha reaction.
Did you watch that thing? Please, can you go back and watch it again? Because I've watched this. I first of all heard someone say something that what a terrible idea that they did something that when they said that they did like a pirate ship and Tinubu was aboard it. It was the ones that it's criminality now. That's what they are going to be thinking about. For me to literally see this thing, I've been like in shock. I mean, who in God's heaven decided this was a good idea and then somebody else approved it and it went out? You know when they say that the spirit of error has located somebody, I think it has firmly gotten a grasp of what do you call him, Tinubu, and all the things that he's doing is all over the place. But by the way, did you notice something that was very curious? You know, amongst all those sharks that were shown insecurity, blah blah blah, there was no corruption. Somebody said the corruption is the one steering the ship, so you cannot have the corruption out there. So people are asking, where is the shark of corruption? And some of the comments are just crazy. You know, 2 years, you have nothing to show. You are commissioning 4% road completion that you destroyed so much to get it. Now you're coming to tell us that, oh, they've reached a certain place. This thing that has been done, it cannot go. when they were asking them, have they done all the things that they're supposed to do to ensure to get that certificate that gives them the go ahead to do this thing? Dave Umahi was telling us that, sister, me, I know they hear from ne. I grew from village, sister. No, now brother, not the sister. It's just crazy, all the things, you know. You know, when they say failure has enveloped you left, right, and center, I think that's just where this whole thing is. This is the height of desperation. If there's anything, Tinubu is desperate, Tinubu is scared, Tinubu is afraid. I've said that before, from the things that he's doing, from all the support he's garnering. You saw where they went to. He went to what do you call it now? Where he went to commission the road. You saw the number of governors that he packed in, brought there in, ministers, whatever. 4% road completion. And by the way, did you notice that the governor, what his name, Sanwo-Olu, was not even allowed to come from? They just put him I feel like say that one day in own trouble. Where he did there sharp. I wanted to say they should be acting skit. I realized that even skits must need professionalism. It needs competence. Otherwise, it won't. It's just a whole level of craziness to say that the whole affairs of Nigeria is in this hand, and people are just going about their business, focusing on looking for people to donate money to do this, to do that. Hey. Okay. One of the things I think they tend to forget is that governance and governance and propaganda, they are not the same. You might use propaganda during campaign, but you cannot use propaganda to govern the people. You cannot tell them that, oh, the hunger that they are feeling is not hunger because A, B, C, D, this person is doing that person, but they are feeling the hunger. And there's little or none that you can say that takes away from the fact that this hunger that they are feeling.
Okay, so you don't hear the reaction. Oh yeah, make I begin taking our reactions. Okay, begin call us. Make we know what you think about the matter then. Where you be say we don't raise tonight. Make I take on our thoughts and our reactions on the conversation. Still inside the matter on I say the River State Sole Administrator, you don't employ 11 new permanent secretaries them. I know they like to put too much for inside waiting consigned River State. And then fear also don't cause as a polluted air don't cause viral disease for inside what again? Inside what did they call them for Kano State? Oh, by the way, just before I begin take your calls, make I quickly go tell you what's in coalition talk. So coalition then they don't also react to all those things where we say government don't do. But before I talk what's in coalition talk, make I just quickly go remind you now what's it be say Oga Kenneth Okonkwo talk is today. Remember that when he talks, say he cannot defend this government without sounding like a fool. But like to long because it just be like saying that waiting they happen like this. But make I sharply attend to this call. And they come back to give on all that evidence. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, hello, Precious.
Sir?
Oh,
Mr. Tony Chikudi, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll start with Mr. Felix Monka.
Okay, sir.
So, what that man, what I don't know, maybe if that's the way, maybe it seems that the tape or something that is a little bit fast. But the thing this man is talking, okay, the thing this man is talking doesn't have any base. He was talking that none of all these opposition are giving a suggestion.
Yes.
So he didn't even understand a simple thing that Mr. Amaechi said there. Why don't you? Is it not a suggestion? The time he said, why don't you do the roads the ones that are already there?
Yes.
Or there is one road that Mr. Amaechi mentioned.
East-West road, though. East-West road, though. Now the road to my village with that. East-West road.
So is it not a suggestion? Is it not an advice? And they're putting the money inside Nigerian economy. Is it not another advice? You see, Mr. Felix Monka, anytime I don't like listening to that man. Anytime I come across anything I see about him, I just remove it. I don't want because you see a kind of would I call it lie or not accepting the fact on his lips, and he'll be a kind of stammering. When you look at Amaechi was talking fluently, but when you see them stammering unnecessarily, you know there is nothing going to come out there.
I caught plenty of the stammer komoto. Even as I caught and komoto, still see him.
Yeah, so you come to the one of the road, the commission. Why are these people doing this and the video? And why did they mention Arising News on it? Is it Arising News the only news channel? Or is it Arising News that produces? Because I'm suspecting that...
No, so I think it's a special report on President Tinubu's midterm scorecard that wants to air in Arise Television. So that's a promo. So they're saying that on Arise TV. See the thing will show for Arise TV.
So, good. And they remove the corruption out of it. So what are they trying to tell? Look at what you just showed. The guy that went on that road. Precious, I told you the other day, I'm into transport and sometimes I have to deal with these roads. All this that you're saying, the question that guy asked, there is none. Maybe they will tell you they will still add it. Which in a way, yes, they can still add it, you can still finish a road and again fill up a fan and a shoulder or whatever, or a refuge along the road. But at the end of the day, you can see the destruction and the amount of waste because they don't know how much this thing is costing. And then they are telling Nigerians, you just did out of 700, you only did 30 kilometers. You went and commissioned it, not you went and inspect the work to see how the work is going.
You know the money we'll spend for that commissioning to gather those people together in a contract. Are you whining?
What do you want me to say? Because in this Western world, you don't see the commissioning thing because it's huge amount of money.
Did you hear? Okay, you should go and watch the complete interview I had with Amaechi when he said that he built about 6 flyovers in River State. No other governor has built secondary school and primary schools and healthcare centers like he did. But that he never commissioned them. He never called any governor to commission them because it was immaterial. Yes, that's what he said.
You remember the time VOP, we were talking about Mr. Wike calling on it. I said, these things are costing money. It will cost the state money or the government money, and then again, disturbing the normal business that is going around that area. In as much as the person might think that bringing all these people together will help kind of the amount of cost outweighs the gain and the profit because the people around there, not majority of them will not go their normal business that day.
Yes, now. So when president or person where they hide, they come to commission something. Where you want you from pass? You can't pass now. The roads will be cordoned off.
Other road will be busy and jam locked and nothing is moving there. If you see where the Queen or the King in UK is passing, in seconds they have already passed and you will not know it. They will be in 6 or 8 riders. The first one will move, get to a junction, stop that junction. The second one will move. Even the Queen passes, another one will move. So, and the moment the King or the Queen passes, they just allow the traffic to start flowing. Even in Austria, a policeman will start at the traffic light. When they are approaching, the policeman will use the key they use or open and then control the button, and the light will be red. And then they are coming the way maybe the president or the person that is visiting will just pass, and then they will turn the light on because they know that shutting down that is costing money. It's just like here in UK, when if something happens and you close a lane, the Highway England will charge the company that is maintaining that road heavily, and they don't want it. They will immediately make sure that they open that lane as quick as possible. There is an amount of money each lane costs when they close each lane.
Thank you, Ogatoni Chukudi. I appreciate you big time. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, people, you don't reach time, want to go pay on a title. I beg you, kindly pay your tithes, put your offering by liking this post, like the post, share it, and please comment. I beg you, we're going to move this ministry to permanent sites now. At some point, you had over 500 people watching, so please kindly go and click on the like button, click on the comments button, put your comment on that, like and share this post, please. All right, so I did promise that I was going to play back what Kenneth Okonkwo said yesterday about people who try to support this government and how they sound stupid. Do I remind you again? Let me just give a refresher course on that particular conversation.
And admiration of fools. There's no way anybody will be praising this government without appearing like a fool. Nigerians became hungry. His own people started shouting, "Ebin power." And their response, be patient. Be patient first 100 days. Be patient 6 months. Be patient 1 year. Be patient 2 years. Half of the journey. And they are still asking people to be patient. Are you praising this government? You are doing it on the blood and the graves of people in Benue State that are being massacred every day. As I talk to you, people are dying in Benue State, not because they committed any crime, but because Tinubu is their president. And some people are praising this government. They are doing it on the graves and blood of the innocent Nigerians that are massacred everywhere and every day. You talk about Plateau, you talk about the Northwest, talk about the Southeast, kidnappers are discovered with graves, with people burying people alive. And Tinubu's purported security reports, they don't take such reports, security reports to him for prevention. It is the security report that will help him to take the resources of Rivers State in the name of declaring state of emergency. That's the security report they will see. The security reports to bring security to Nigerians, they will not give him. This government has failed. Look at what's happening in Niger State. 200 persons just died. And it is not a situation that is not foreseeable. These things happen every day. You know, when people talk about Tinubu's regime and they say, these problems were there before him.
Many Nigerians, we sometimes exhibit the problem of lack of memory. We have very short memory. We forget where we started from, and we just start blaming President Tinubu for all the problems that Nigeria is going through. In May 2023, when Tinubu took over the government, there was fuel shortage in this country. People forgot that.
I actually realize that the media and the spokespersons are very unintelligent. Because when you make such statement, you are actually indicting him. Because what you're trying to say is that this government ought to have been aware or is aware of all the problems before coming in. That means they did not come with any solution. Nigeria has more malnourished children than Sudan. Nigeria has overtaken Sudan, a war-torn country, as in malnourished children. If our children are malnourished, that means the failure of this government is moving even towards the next generation.
He said the failure of this government, they even move towards the unborn generation. I'll be the generation where be say supposed give us the unborn generation. So Shapali, make I tell you waiting coalition get to talk on the matter we get to do with defeating Tinubu for 2027. As former Adamawa governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party for inside the 2023 general election, Omar Ado, he don't talk, say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can be unseated in the 2027 general elections, provided the opposition establishes a new political party. Say now, we need to register a new political party. The same new political party where it be say, we dey hear say Mahmoud Yakubu or from President Tinubu no gree register any political parties. Now, in they talked this on Farai Television earlier today. Ado, a political strategist and convener of the League of Northern Democrats, don't express strong optimism, strong hope about the project of a united opposition. Though he acknowledged say the coalition where they led by President Atiku Abubakar and former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, they currently think of some internal ideological differences. They say they don't get problem, but they think of say what in our ideology could be, because they no one here say they make the mistake where be say other political parties don't make before again. They want make sure say they register party where be say get ideology, so that they know what as they say waiting be the ideology. Now you can dismiss the idea of merging with an existing party, arguing instead that creating a new political platform would offer a stronger and more credible alternative. He said if the entire opposition coalition unites and agrees to form a new party, the chances of defeating President Tinubu is very high. Maybe they copy for what happened for 2025. But then again, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now good luck, Ebele Jonathan, will allow everything to go smoothly and openly, whether in favor him or in no favor him. That's not a question where a lot of people they ask. Now, two committees were established within the coalition. One to look into whether they go adopt old party. One to look into new political party. But they don't look and say in the look of things now, new political party for better pass. And at that committee we're supposed to establish new political party. Now Amaechi the head. And inside that matter, now Amaechi don't talk, say INEC no green register political parties. Even when they get all their things right, INEC no green register them. Why? Why they no green register them? And how it be say they go fit con manage register to come make sure say they win the president.
The coalition will stand. At the formative stage, usually you have these hiccups, but over time they will shape up. And basically the coalition is in place, but it's just divided on the basis of ideology. Well, when I say ideology, I mean approach, how to approach the politics. predominant members and even leaders of the coalition are in support of fusing into an existing political party. And another group, which I belong, are in support of registering a whole new political party. This is actually where things stand. And I don't know what the ultimate decision will be by the leaders and key stakeholders and movers of the coalition. But we insist from our side that our approach of establishing a new political party by the coalition, the entire coalition, is the best way to approach this transitional politics, and it is, for me, almost certain of victory. So why not? If we look at the statistics, you will see that nearly less than 38%, they say, I think, voted the president who is in power. And less than 38% of the Nigerian registered voters actually went to the polls itself. So it means that the vast majority of those that are interested in shaping their political life by going to register. You don't go and register. Registration in Nigeria to vote is not compulsory. So when you have over 90 million people to voluntarily go and do the registration, it tells you that they want to participate in the political process. But when it comes to election, in which they should express this political participation, you will see that less than 38% go to the polls. Why? It means that the political platforms on the ground are not sufficient enough to give this large number of Nigerians the base to express themselves. And that is what informed some of our views that we need to register a new political party. Because political party running, establishment of structures and this and that, they cost enormous amount of money. Many of those that are interested do not have the means to do that. So they will have to now, why, if you ask me, I cannot go and say, I mobilize people and register a political party, because the records are too many. But if the entire coalition, the opposition, comes together and in a coalition and say, this is what we want to do. We want to register a new political party. And besides, the coalition had by itself set up two committees, one to fuse into another political party and one to register another political party. And both committees submitted their reports. So the argument of those who are saying, let us fuse into another political party is not very strong at all. Okay. So this and so many other reasons why I believe if we are able to give it the right approach and take the right decision, we will...
Okay, so in they talk, they say they give the right approach and take the right decision. Say they go fit comot any government in power, no matter how strong the person takes say in the. All right, so phone lines are open. Oh yeah, make a begin take on our thoughts and our reactions. Waiting on a think about this matter. Then we don't raise today. Phone lines on the open 08170294077. Now the WhatsApp number to call, or you just walk us straight enter inside my studio. When you click that link, wait there for inside that comment where I pin for comment section. You go feel walk us straight enter into my studio, and then I will bring you up, make you for people to talk and put your mouth for the matter with the ground. All right. If you like, say I get Mr. Mop with me for inside the studio. Mr. Mop, are you there? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm well, very well, thank you. How about you?
Great. Thank you for giving us the latest information. So let me ask you the first question before I proceed.
What you want me?
No, waiting. Waiting. Being Amaechi talk.
Okay.
Is that any kind of truth to his narrative about what he did in Rivers State and how? Can you just? I mean, you're from Rivers State.
100% truth. I can tell you that for sure.
Okay, so I will take your word.
Let me tell you, because of Amaechi's school, I used to have a niece who was in private school that we removed to a government secondary school because of how good the schools were at his time. So that's correct.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll take your word.
That's correct. That's correct. And then most of those projects are not even followed up. Some of them dilapidated. There are even other projects, like I think there was a fish farm and banana plantation or some agricultural programs that he invested in that he just left to die off too. So yes, so that's what we'll talk about government being a continuum. If the next government just had continued with it, we would have just built on that. But every government won't establish within their name being inside Congo. So that's why
Right,
a
right,
lot
right.
of
But
a lot of teachers and medical doctors got jobs during Amaechi's administration because of those investments. So yes, I agree with you. You can ask
okay.
anybody from River State who is sincere; they'll tell you
No, no, no,
that.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your source is 100%. I mean,
It's
I can't even
okay.
ask anybody but you. Okay, so
So that
I'm
does not
talking
make
about.
mean that he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not
a
saying he's
wonderful
a saint
person.
or whatever. I
Ahead.
probably
So
did a
it's not
lot of
okay.
wrong things, but this particular
Okay.
one, what he
Yes, he
claimed
did
that he
well.
did,
He did
So
well. He
I,
did well.
you ascertain it. So,
He
but
did well,
anyway,
and then even if you look at the cost of his project, they were not
mhm,
as I don't want to compare whether they're as bogus as Amaechi's project. I don't want to go Wiki's project, but if you look at the cost of his project, they were quite minimal in price, and then he was always on the neck of the what do they call them, the contractors, and he also
right,
tried to use as many indigenous contractors as possible. Like in most of those primary healthcare centers and primary school and secondary school he built, he made sure that the money circulated, because he used some indigenous contractors to build them. That's what I do know, that happened at that time. So go
okay.
ahead.
Let me talk about that video. This government. I think that's something that I've noticed from this Tinubu government. I mean,
Mm.
I will call them what I call totalitarian regime, authoritative government. I mean,
Mhm.
whereby they employ propaganda, use it to control the narrative and to maintain power. This is exactly what is happening in this country, right now. I mean, they use these various manipulation, to change public opinion, to appeal to people's emotion. This is exactly what they're doing. Imagine that video. That's propaganda to the highest level. It's a form of manipulation. I mean, we
Mm.
know what happened to what the so-called coastal road they are doing. In my own opinion, it's not even a priority. I mean, the state where I am right now, we're building a high-speed railway, which is the first in this country. Nobody even talk about it. Even at all, when nobody. I mean, they started in 2022. It's going to be completed at maybe in about 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's billion. It can go into trillion. I know it's in the trillion, dollars. But having said it, I'm talking about this commissioning of 26.8 kilometer. But you know what the government did? This is where they always want to lie. They decided to add about 2 point something to make it like it was 30 kilometer. The guy said it's too. I mean, they are form of lying. That is the problem. What's the purpose of commissioning the road? For what? Like he properly stated, when they go there to commission the road, I mean, it's going to cost a lot to go there, all the whole apparatus that went there with him. That's another money. What are you commissioning? A 30 kilometer or 26.8 kilometer, like the guy stated. Is that what you're commissioning? I've never heard of this in my lifetime that you do a patchwork. You have not even maybe 5% of the road, if my man served me right or less. And you're
About
commissioning
4%
it
really.
4%. Okay. I
About
mean,
that.
what kind of
4%.
what kind of budget country are we living? I mean, we have got to this extent that it's not even. I mean, it pain to talk about this country where we are, particularly this government. That's the worst government I've seen in my lifetime. And Tinubu wants to win, the country back. But anyway, no matter not to take all your time, about this coalition that what I had today, so maybe you can inform me a little bit. There has been that Amaechi is going to lead the coalition government, Erufai, and is going to be the vice, and they still because Obi doesn't want to leave. Is that what's the vice president name?
That's it. Babambe.
Yeah, he wants to run with Daddy. And another problem they have, the the Buhari wing of that party doesn't want to support Obi. So we don't really know what is true, but there's something that we take from that. If there's any truth to that, at least Atiku doesn't want to run anymore. If that truth is coming, I mean, maybe eventually it will self correct itself. But for Obi, if that's true, if let me just say, let me put a caveat there. If that statement is true, Obi can insist that he has to run with it. That I mean, there's some. I mean, the party they are bringing their own people, and you bringing your own people. So you can't impose that on them. You have to form a coalition. You have to give and take. That's what That's what coalition is. I'm just saying, if it is true, because this story we had earlier,
Mm.
about the coalition, it turned out to be not true. But if it is
Mm.
this true, Obi is the bride of Nigerian party today. He has a block vote. Atiku and some other people, they don't have it. So Obi has to be the
So
president.
the point is, the truth of the matter is that if they go on again, if the oppositions go on, like major opposition go on in an election without unity, Tinubu
Exactly.
is winning the election again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just,
That, you know.
so if Obi, for me, I feel like if Obi feels like he does not want to work with Erufai and Atiku and the rest of them, the best thing for him is not to contest. Just stay
Yeah.
away.
I'm I'm
Because
I'm I'm completely agree with you.
if he insists in contesting, then he's deliberately giving Tinubu the votes. That's one.
Exactly. I
And then
completely agree with
secondly, and
you.
I keep telling a lot of people, I know that some people, I mean, the obedience, these obedient people may be here watching. And make I even talk for pidgin English, all of us can understand it. Because I dey hear saying that mostly obedient people talk, say, even try work with Erofai, say they go wash their hand, come off and body
That
like
is
conscious
nonsense
bias.
by them.
And I know, I'm coming. And the thing is that I don't know if we even reason because Nigeria is made up of over 230 million people. I mean, by that documentary, whatever you just played, what I played, is about they estimated the population of Nigeria to be about 250 million people. That means you have the
Yeah.
good, bad, ugly, witch, and everyone inside in Nigeria. And if Obi wants to be president of Nigeria, he cannot be the president of only the good people of Nigeria.
No.
He will be the president of both the good and bad and ugly people of Nigeria. That means he also needs people like Erofai to give him those extremists.
Right.
Because whether you like it or not, there are people who share the same ideology with that Erofai, who are quite religious extremists and who are
Right.
fanatics. And they are part of Nigeria. And they have
Right.
rights as Nigerians. So
Yeah,
whether you
exactly.
like it or not,
I
they are
don't know what
Nigerians. And if Obi wants to be president, he's going to be a president for those people. So if he wants
exactly.
to be president for those people, he must look for a way to work with those people or making Kukuma hands off, since he cannot get such a clean country and clean individuals to work with. Then it's better he hands off. I understand he doesn't want to
There's
taint
no
his
clean
image.
individual in this country,
Yeah,
okay?
he doesn't want to taint his name or his image or make people talk at him. So it's better he hands off, because if he insists on running and ensures that he must run with his own person, he's gonna lose the election. He's
Oh
going to
yeah,
lose, and you're
Lancer.
just
I mean,
giving Tinubu the vote.
it's a formation of re-electing Tinubu. There's no there's three party running right now. Let's say Rufai
So
and
this
Amaechi in
one
their
are
own
just to
group.
bring, yes, now to bring a wake up call to the so-called obedience. I hope you guys are here and you can hear me. I think it is time for you guys to use the voice of reasoning. Not gonna just reason and think I'm well. Because on a no go feel insist, say, I don't want to be to do anything with Erofai. God forbid, I don't want. Is he going to be the president of only the good people of Nigeria, including Boko Haram, will be their
Exactly.
president?
Thank you,
Including
thank you.
Boko
You
Haram is
just
going to be their president. So it's time you let him, or you allowed him to do his job.
yeah.
If
It just
you
it
really
just
want the good of this
it just
country.
read my mind. It's completely right. I mean, it's nonsense. They need to wake up. But it's just a fleeting news we're hearing. We don't really know how the obedience feel. But I don't think they are naive or so ignorant. Not to think that you can't work with air fire or whatever. So I mean, this is the country we live. I mean, which of them is innocent? So I mean, you properly stated exactly. It has to. The only place I have poorer if I mean, if they have three party, running for this country, I mean, another party and will be running. I mean, they're just giving Tinubu, second time. There's no
Yeah,
doubt
but
about it.
then again, I want to believe that Obi is a very smart man, very smart and discerning. And if you also with the coalition, they're not playing all their cards out. They are being deliberately cunning with the information they dish out.
Right.
They're being very careful. So things may not be exactly the way they seem or the way they appear. There may be
No,
more
no,
to
no,
it.
no. They're just bringing out, they're just, if it is true now, they're just bringing a bit on it to see how the people will receive it.
Will
That's all,
react.
that's how you play politics. You don't give, you don't give all the whole information to say, hey, this is what we are working at if you are very smart. So I believe that's what's going to happen. Hopefully, we can come to a realization. But anyway, thank you, Precious, okay? Nice to be here.
So much. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, phone lines are
Okay.
still open. Kindly call me up on the WhatsApp line, or you just click on the link on the pinned post and get right into the studio. The WhatsApp number is 0817029407. Hello, good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening once again, Precious.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
for the
What's your
program.
name? Thank you, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is TY, calling from the US.
Okay, not TY Danjuma. You're welcome, sir.
No, that's an old man.
It's okay.
And I don't own oil wells.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was going to speak about the oil wells, but it's okay. Thanks for the clarification. Go ahead, sir.
I wish I had that. But I'm just here, doing my job, in Nigeria that is dutiful and honestly making a living. Yep. So I see quite a load of issues that you talked about. I want to talk about the coalition. 2027 is still far, far, far away. And Abacha did everything that he did, and there was a conspiracy by almost all those big men. They say that not let him actually govern Nigeria, but at the end of the day, nature had this way, and all those things went down. So I think it's presumptuous for anybody to be thinking that think what is going to happen in 2017. It's okay for them to plan, but you can't say for sure. What we see is politicking, everybody struggling and angling for either to gain advantage over the other. I don't think right now they are sincere. Everybody is just holding his powder dry. But easily it's clear that now be the bride, for this whole matter. So, and I think, like you said, he's building his time. He's doing his calculations. So all the things that we're hearing may not be the truth, may not be the fact. I don't expect, right now that they will reveal all their secrets and all their plans, because the government itself, they're not sleeping. They're also strategizing. So, but I don't quite agree with the argument you're making concerning OBJ. What I think is say Obi has to work with a team that is sure. Obi with people that are tested. It's good, yes, to win people who are against him to his side. I don't have anything against it. So talking with El-Rufai for me is good because you want to win as many people as you can and not alienate them. But in terms of who would eventually the offices that they're going to share or something, I think people should have a right to choose those that they think would help them to achieve whatever policies or programs that they have. And that, I think, that's the problem with the coalition right now. They have to sit down and chart a vision. What is it they want to achieve? What are the problems we know? What is it they want to achieve? And who best can achieve that position for the ultimate good of the nation? Not for personal aggrandizement. That's where the issue is. And if they can sort that problem out, then I think that they might be able to shock the current government. But that said, yes, but I end by saying that this whole thing is you can see that the ruling party is frantic, they are panicking, and they are not going to just let it go like that without a big fight. So opposition has to put their hearts together and make sure that they don't give out, because if they don't unite, then it's a win for the current government. So they must find a way, where they can bury their differences and think more of a larger picture than this narrow-minded thinking that they are looking at. That's what I think. Otherwise, it's to your tent, oh Israel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. All right. So, Emeka Anthony, thank you so much. I've seen your message. It says precious. You just nailed it. If Obi is serious about getting the presidency, he must work with others and he shouldn't impose his vice to them. On them. I do agree with you totally. I do agree with you. At the end of the day. So, I'm sorry. So, maybe that's one of the reasons why I may not just so align with Shawrish style, because you don't just keep saying that everybody is bad. Okay, so how do you remove all the bad guys? You go be Jerry Rollins, put them somewhere, burn all of them, throw away them. Or you go just start war, make him kill all the bad people. Everyone is bad. Everybody is bad. You think it's easy to get rid of those bad guys. It's not something you do overnight. Oh, revolution. How do you start a revolution? The protests you've held before, how successful were they? You held the protest, and we did have end hunger protest. After the end hunger protest, they even increased fuel again, and the prices of things soared more. What was the result of the protest? You understand? The same protest that they arrested minors for. So these are the things. So if we must, at least we have to start gradually. We have to start from somewhere. You must first of all look for a way to collect the power from them. And if you can't beat them, you make sure that you outsmart them one way or the other to get rid of them. So saying that, condemning everyone, that everyone is bad. So who is a good person that will kick these guys out? That's the question. Who will kick them out? How do you kick them out? And there's no tangible option. I'm looking forward to getting that. And if I get that option, I'll jump on it. Because I really don't even care who's our president. I don't tire. I don't want to know who they rule us. I just want a better country, please. I just want a better country. I don't care who the president is. I don't care where he's from. I don't even mind if they bring someone from China. I just want to have a better country. And I'm sure most Nigerians want that. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was doing so well, I can bet you for sure that Nigerians won't even care whether he's Yoruba. If he like making put all Yoruba people there, they for not even care. If he was doing well. That's how lame that's how drawn back we are. We really don't care about these things. If things were working, we really don't give two hoods. And that's what I want. And I'm sure we all are just tired. We could just get something where resemble like say we get better countries more. Well, I like to draw an anchor here. I love you guys. No, I don't sound anchor like saying I mean the standard ship. No, that be me. Okay, let me just drop the ship here. Make I just stop. I'm here. I love you guys. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your reactions. Let's continue to speak for the development of our country. And then go watch that video, that detailed interview with Chibuike Amaechi, and some reactions that I gave in it is in my video section. Please do well to go and watch it, and also like, share, and subscribe to this platform. I appreciate you guys a lot. I'll see if I can cut out the segment of this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's documentary, so that I will just put that one corner, make on the go they watch and well, so that I will see them well. I love you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow afternoon, evening, God willing. Do enjoy. Oh, by the way, good news. So on Monday, Professor Chidi Odinkana has granted us an interview on Monday, and it's going to be very, 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 very hot. On Monday evening, Professor Chidi Odinkana will be here with us on this platform. So get your questions ready. Say you need the whole water for mouth. You talk them as it be. Get your questions ready. Professor Chidi will be here to answer all your questions, react, and respond to everything you've got to say on Monday. It's going to be an explosive conversation with him, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'll see if I can prepare a flyer over the weekend for that. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow, God willing. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. Protect your mental health. Very important.